We are, we are live. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. As you come in, make sure you say hello in the comments. Tell me where you're coming in from. Welcome. Happy Sunday night. And it is happy Sunday night, everybody. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know that in the comments. Give me a hashtag. Hashtag live. Let me know where you're coming in from. And if you're watching a replay later, a hashtag replay as well. Where are you? It's Sunday and daylight savings time. Fall back, guys. We gained an hour, huh? So I guess we are doing this at 7. We are doing this at 7:30 Eastern time instead of 6:30. Hello, guys, as we come on. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andrea Milioti. I'm the founder of this group. I'm also a parent connect coach, a mental health advocate, a leader in the mental wellness company. So, hello. Let me see if I can put my phone. Sometimes I can't see comments always. Definitely, when I do see the comments, I will reply. Coming in from. If I see, if I look down, I'm looking at my phone because sometimes I can't. All right, everybody, welcome. As I said, my name is Andrea Milioti. Welcome. Welcome to our group. Welcome to our group. We are today. How many of you, moms, dads, single dads, find yourself that you're always yelling? You're always yelling. My kid's just not listening. They're just, what does it matter? How many times do I gotta tell you, and you're yelling, and you're yelling, and you're yelling. I raise my hand because I've been there. So if you are a yeller, put in the comments, yes, that's me. I'm a yeller. Put it, because I get you. I've been there too. Oh God. I literally would find myself yelling at my son. He was diagnosed at 7 with ADHD and ODD, and my, it was crazy. And I just constantly yelling at him, not listening, bouncing off the walls, and just the anger, just everything. So, it's okay. I'm here to tell you, I get you. There's no judgment. But why I'm going to talk about yelling tonight is because I see this come up so much. You know, stay calm. Stay calm with our kids, with our ADHD kids, is absolutely paramount. That's where I'm going to start today. It is so absolutely paramount. It's 1,000% paramount to your success with your child. 1,000. Like when you yell, when you yell, you are giving your child permission to yell. So, how many of you know? You're yelling, you're yelling. Is it getting better? No, it's probably getting worse. Your child is yelling louder. You're yelling, and it's just so chaotic. Because when you yell, you are giving your child permission to yell. You know, you're modeling that behavior. Right? It escalates the intensity and the duration of this outburst with meltdown. So it goes back to like it's not you know, it goes back to the point it's not what you say, it's what you do. I mean, it's not totally. I mean, it's also how you speak, but it's definitely monkey see, monkey do. If you want your child calm, you want them to listen. You don't want them to yell and scream, but you're yelling and screaming. Well, hey, mom, you're yelling and screaming. It's okay, I guess. It's okay. That's the message that you're giving them when you yell. Hey, Laura. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. So, that is like the very first thing I'm going to say. It's like that yelling. When we yell, we're saying it's okay. And that's why it doesn't get better. It only gets worse when we're yelling. When you yell, you are making it about a lot. You're making it a lot worse for your child. Like you would totally make it a lot worse for your child, but you are also making it worse for yourself. Okay, so get my notes here, so make sure I cover everything. Uh, it's a really bad idea, and it's often instinct, and we find ourselves yelling before we even know it, because we are prone, guys. We are prone. Our kids don't listen. We might not start off and be like, okay, you can recommend. They don't do. What did I say 2 minutes ago? And you might escalate, you know? And you're like, you know what? Okay, I've said this is the third time. I'm not going to say it again. I need you to go pick up your toys in your room now. And they still don't do it. You know, I'm really not joking now. What is the matter? Why can't you just listen to me? Again, you see how, because we are naturally prone. And a lot of it is our own growing up, our own parenting, the way we were parented. You know, and it's, you know, no offense is to a lot of us. I mean, I know we don't realize it, but a lot of us in our own parenting, we might have grew up with yellers, with parents who yelled. And there was not anybody there to say that was okay, but this is how they go, this is what they were yelling, you know. So, in our mind, in our subconscious, this is how we believe we need to parent. And it's not, guys. You know, it's just so yelling back at your child when they're in a tantrum or a meltdown is not going to solve it. You know, it's not good for parenting neurotypical kids. Definitely not the way to approach our children with anxiety, ADHD, or even ADHD symptoms. Because, I also work with a lot of times the kids not necessarily have to be diagnosed with ADHD or something, but they can have symptoms of ADHD, like the lack of focus and or the hyperactivity or the procrastination. Why is okay? So you can. I mean, my oldest, who she's 25 now, she wasn't diagnosed with ADHD like my son was. She was actually she was diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression, but she shows a lot of symptoms of ADHD. So it's also symptoms, of ADHD, not necessarily being diagnosed. But just to get back, yelling is like it almost comes naturally for us. It's an instinct and we just do it. There are ways that you can control that and start to do better. These are three ways that I found in my own parenting that helped me. Number one, you must stop taking your child's words and behavior personally. And guys, I know our child, they're calling us names, especially as they get older too. At middle school, at teen, and we're just getting, they're telling us, you never listen to me. You're this. They may even have called us as they get, if you have teenagers, the B word. Okay, I know it hurts. It's like a dagger going through our heart when our kids talk to us like that. It hurts. But we have to remember, and it is so paramount because, and when I speak, I was very good. I've learned this. I wish I learned this earlier. That's why I want you guys to learn it earlier. But it's a must that we realize that the words that they say, it doesn't matter what they're saying to us, what they're doing, how they're reacting, and they're saying all these mean things, and they're inside, underneath all those harsh words, they love us. And there's an old thing about they say that we attack the ones closest to us. It's just that you're gonna find your kids are gonna attack you more than anybody else. They're gonna come out. Why? Because you're their mommy or their daddy, and they love you, and it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, guys. They're real, and it doesn't make it any easier. It's hard to understand, but you have to. It's like so paramount. First step is to not take this seriously at all. Stop seeing it as disrespect and start seeing it as the brain that they have, that they are trying desperately, desperately to work. Like See it. This is the way their brain is. It's they don't want to attack you. They don't want to dis well, so to speak, disrespect. They don't want to act like this. It's just the way their brain is. And they haven't learned the skills yet. And I emphasize yet because even with ADHD, it can be learned. So stop seeing it as disrespect and start seeing it as the breed that they have.
Ashley Nicole Red Hard.
And start that your child, so like when you feel like, oh my god, they're attacking, and they're attacking you, you get that they're attacking you personally, right? I can guarantee kids with this really have intent or control in that moment. They really don't. When they're in this meltdown and they're in this, oh my god, or a bad anxiety attack, they literally do not are not intentionally acting the way they are. It's just what's happening with their brain. So it is so paramount to be calm. And really, the first way is to not take it personally. Do not take it personally at all, you know, because they are not intentionally attacking you. You know, their brain is going super fast. They are very impulsive, and their brain is just sort of running away with it. So they're just, if you could understand, that's why it's so important to understand their brain. Understand anxiety, understand ADHD, how it affects the brain, and how it affects the brain as it relates to your child. Because also, every ADHD kid is not the same. So how it relates to your child. It's imperative. Imperative, guys. And then the second, your child's brain in those moments where they are yelling, intense, and they're emotionally dysregulating in what I call an amygdala hijack, right? So in which is when the frontal lobe, right, which is our thinking part, up here is our thinking part, our CEO, right, our thinking part of our brain, our cognition, right, our ability to be logical and rational, right, in an amygdala hijack, that shuts down. That shuts down. And when they are in that emotion, they go into what they call fight, flight, and freeze. So, when the emotions start flooding that amygdala, it's what we call hijacked. They're getting flooded. The amygdala is back here. When that amygdala gets flooded with emotion, they go into a hijack. Okay, they're really not being rational at this time. So that's why you cannot be rational like this time. They need to calm. They need to get to a spot and be calm. Need to have a calm place. It is like, because when their amygdala is hijacked, this is like cutting off your child's ability to reason, right? To be logical and to rationalize during those intense moments. That is a huge piece of this, guys. A huge piece. Because once you recognize that they cannot be logical, that they can't be logical and rational in the middle of all this going on, they cannot, right? You are not going to try that strategy anymore, right? Because you know they can't. So you know that it's not going to work. So you're not going to do it. You know that it's not going to work. And when you are not trying something that won't work, you're freeing up time to try what will work. Okay, so now you have to think, wow, my yelling and everything, when they're in the midst of all this, my reacting and my yelling over this tantrum, it's not working. They get worse. They're getting louder. It's not calming down. Well, you know that doesn't work. So why do it? Free up your brain to think, okay, I'm yelling, so then what does work? Does work, right? And I'm telling you that mildly calm will work. Mildly calm always works and will help so much. Whereas yelling and getting intense yourself is literally adding fuel to the already out of control, intense fire that is happening right now. You're just adding fuel to that and blowing it completely out of proportion. So it is not helping, it is only hurting. Yelling hurts. Does not help. It is so important. Calm behavior is so important. I cannot emphasize that more. And that's one of my keys. And actually, and it's not easy. It sounds like it's okay, stay calm, but it's not easy. It takes, work on ourselves to be like that. It takes a lot, and that's something that I do inside my coaching program where I help moms, dads, caregivers. I help you to take that accountability step to move forward in learning about you. And a lot of times it comes from digging out your growing up, your parenting, your root cause, because your child's root cause is your root cause to the way you're acting. Regardless of your child's behavior and what's happening that you don't like, okay, you don't like it, but I got another news flash. It's not about them. It's about you. It's about your own reactions to this. So calm, 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 calm is my total. It is so important. And then So like your so say let's say so you strategy your strategy to address finding yourself yelling all the time is to take this information, right? Into heart. Right? What I'm saying. When you find yourself take what I'm saying into heart and start to breathe. That's like breathe. Practice breath. Remain calm, and I promise you, it will make all the difference in all those situations. Is that breath. Stop and pause and take that breath in the midst of that. Calm. So this way you can come in to that given situation, coming into a chaotic situation with calm. Because when you come into a chaotic situation with calm, when you bring calm, you are modeling calm behavior to your child. Like when you're yelling, you are modeling yelling that it's okay. So when you bring calm, you are modeling calm to your child. Now, if you're a yeller, your child is used to you yelling. So yes, you may have to work on this. And it might not necessarily happen right away. You might see little pieces, but it may take a while. Depending upon your situation, you, your child, how you were, it's such a personal. But given if you start and you stay consistent and you practice being calm, it will overall change your whole dynamic, your relationship with your child. It will change your child because your child will realize that he
Ashley Nicole
gets
Red Heart.
more,
FaceTime video.
he gets more,
Ashley Nicole Red Heart.
gets more from you being calm than you yelling. Okay? So, I hope this helped, guys. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. I love to see how you felt. And if you need to go back, rewatch it, and let me know. If you have any questions, if you like to inquire about what it'd be like and you feel like you need some help or just some clarity around this, I would love to get a clarity call with you. Please just, comment clarity in the comments and I will DM you my calendar and we can set up a call. So I hope this helped. I hope you found you got some value from it and thank you. Thank you so much for watching, for being here, and I hope you have a great Sunday night. Sending you so much love.